y'all with the details. We are back at 1443. We ran out of cable on this site, and the boys had to do a splice, which is 100% allowed on speaker. You are allowed to splice the cables. The best splice is what is known as a Texas scrap with solder. When you solder it, you can almost call it not be considered a splice no more. Because the cable's back to 100%. It's not you can't break a connection there. So it's not considered a weak spot once you solder it. The other way is connectors, flip-flop connectors, which these are really good connectors. So I allow the guys to use it. Don't try to make it obvious. I think somebody not happy about it pointed it out. But honestly, my only problem is there's slack to make this corner, fix this corner right. If I can fix the corner, 100%. Not re-pull the cable. It's not even that one. Damn it. It is that one. Hey, there was some slack there. The only thing I think we probably should do is put them in a junction box so that way it's not seen. And not use black cable so it sticks out like a sore thumb. But guys, we actually have to splice this when you go to inside outside cable. And for some reason they really like to short us cable on these sites. I mean, I don't know what it is. They send, when you do camera work, you might have 10 boxes, 10 boxes of Cat 5 cable left over. You do alarm work, guaranteed to have cable left over. 2, 3, 4 boxes. You do CX work, you're lucky to make it through the whole job. I mean, we finally come up with a solution. We're going to start. We know exactly, we can look at a print now, know exactly, including waste, what it takes. So at the start of every CX job, we're doing our own calculations, and then pretty much gonna not make a demand, but say, hey guys, y'all don't have enough cable, not according to our plans, here's why. Your speakers up to 40 feet apart. You include your Sover loop plus your 10% waste. So we figure 60 foot apart. And that's the way it should be. You always, so anyway, I'm not going to record the whole thing. If it's TLE, I'm going to take that loose real quick. If it's TLE, I'll go ahead and re-pull it because it's not that far. It's just from here to there that the cable was short. Might as well make it right. What I'll probably end up doing though, getting a white roll of tape, doing a solder, Texas solder, I can't remember the proper term for it, but you take in, instead of twisting the wires together, you wrap the wires together so that it's a your cable is continuous. You solder it together and then put your cover back on it, and the cable is considered whole again. That spot is not considered weak, nor can weather deter it, connection be broke, anything. So, but if it is, a TLE only goes to right there, it's only like another 100 feet to the first speaker. Even though it's kind of their fault for shorting this wire, and there's nothing wrong with a splice. It's really not that hard to re-pull it, because I can just tie on right here, go down to where it goes in, have it pulled in 30 minutes. So it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So anyway, just trying to give a little content of what's going on. There was a question about this cable right here. I got a text from Frank. He said, "Hey, is this your cable going across the skylight?" No, Frank, my guys would never go across the side light. It's Cat 5 cable, not in the bridle ring. So there you go. My guys do make mistakes, but I think hopefully I've got it beating their brains. If you go across the skylight, I might take your paycheck from you. That was something we learned first day. And it is ugly. And, well, that's just one of the rules you gotta abide by. So, anyway, so what I did is I disconnected the wire. Let me go see. That's caused the head-end unit now to show a fault. So, easy way to identify that line, because I don't remember which line that is. TLE is going to be... Well, TLE is gonna be, pull notes. Pretty sure I have the print here under my notes. Quick notes, print. Hopefully this is 1443. Maybe. Here we go, Eastgate. One, 4, 4, 3. All right, there we go. Got it pulled down to where it goes into the receiving hallway, and then into the head-end unit. So it's like having a pull string. It's something real easy to fix, but anyway, now all I have to do is get 2.7 right here. Turning a simple job into something hard. Anyway, so just got to identify the wire right here so I can pull it in. All right, there we go. Replaced repulled TLE. because it was that short and we put a splice in it. But as you can see, it was still a lot of wire. So it is hooked up, playing music. Can't be completely mad at my team because they ran us out of wire, and we just did what we had to do to get the site up and running. So, and then whenever I got a new box of wire, came in and replaced it. Although, again, I don't really technically think splicing is an issue at all. So anyway, it's hooked back up. Let's go see if we got a fault. No fault, we're out of here. Main thing is, you know, you get something little like this, just stand behind your work, take care of it, make them happy, and move on. It's no big deal. Not a big deal. And there you go. Greens all across the board. Cabling looks okay. Could be a little better, but this one's kind of hard coming off of there. It's not bad. Alright guys, that wraps it up for 1443. We're gonna start Westchester. Oh, I do have to run up. Actually, I do have to run up tomorrow back to that alarm site we QC'd and found a bunch of issues. So I happen to have all the parts in stock at my garage. They had a strobe that was flooded, shorting out the whole entire line. I got that. Wall motions, I got that. What else do we need? What else was there? Anyway, wire. Is that it? Door contacts, 3 door contacts. So I happen to have everything in my stock. So we, instead of having to wait, order material. Luckily I got everything. I can shoot back out there, knock that out. And then hopefully get back and relax for a week, but that's probably not going to happen because Texas, the site we went down and knocked out in a week, but had like 4 or 5 speakers that we couldn't do because they didn't have ceilings in. So you get to drive down there and do that one, install them 4 speakers. We dropped the wire for it, the rest, and completed the rest of the site. So we've got to drive down there, install them, and sign off on that job. So maybe I won't get a break. Huh. Well, anyway, I can go up there and do that in a couple of days. Come back and take a little week off and go down to Texas, sign that job, hurry up and get back and accept the material for Westchester and get the guys going on conduit. And we don't want to mess around on that. We want to get our conduit in, get all our wire pulled, get any wire staged and pulled we can for cameras. And and that way we're waiting on them. So anyway, we'll have some good footage, good drone footage coming y'all's way, some more settings for CX. We've been doing mostly programming, posting videos of that to help you guys. I'll make sure, in fact, I'll call this guy tonight and see if he's ready for me to go through and do settings, and if he does, I'll make a video of that, see y'all guys. So anybody having problems with that, like actual settings and whatnot, there'll be a video here soon, and probably by tomorrow or the next day. Anyway, thanks for watching. This was just a video because we want to be transparent, even when we make mistakes, whether it's our fault or not. At the end of the day, we want to turn over good sites, and we plow through ours pretty fast. I didn't have time to come back after the guys were done and do a proper QC because we were hauling butt to the next job. So there was a couple things I even missed, but I knew I would catch it because it's the closest job. It is impossible. This is the closest Walmart, unless they build a new one, to my house. So I knew no matter what, anything wrong with this job, I had to get it right. So, and we got, for the most part, the guys did good. Had a couple small mistakes. Anyway, it's all done. Nothing major. We got sign off. And then they had just a couple little things to come take care of. So, you know, every PM's got their, how they like things done. We worked a lot for Tony Hall, and we enjoyed that because we knew how he liked everything. So then we go to North Carolina, work for a new PM, right? Tony Hall likes the labels on the pendant speakers facing the back of the store. So we go to North Carolina, put them on facing the back of the store, and then get an email saying, hey guys, the labels need to be facing the front of the store. And I was like, well, so we went ahead and fixed it, even though it's technically a preference deal. But it does say in the rule book to use black on white, just so you guys know. Black on white labels. So there's something that they could definitely ding you on. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Hope y'all are making money, enjoying life, and